Hi Planty fam, welcome back to my channel. So a little better today, feeling a little better today. One of the reasons that I was able to get two new plants. Two of these plants I've had before, and it just so happens that the vendor that sold me these new plants was going through a similar mental situation because of the hurricane that we had in October. So she had a lot of plant devastation among other things, so that kind of threw her through the loop. So I got two new plants from her. This is one of them. I think it's a macrophile, it's something like that, because I don't want to push the name, but this is the Hoya. I had one before. I think I had more than one of these before, and yeah, this Hoya I had initially when I early out in my when I started purchasing Hoyas. I believe this was one of the first set of Hoya that I had. So, and I had one the other day and it dried up. I actually I will get to those, but yeah, this is the new plant. Yeah, macrophylla. Yeah. See, so I had the name correct in the first place. So yeah. All right. Again, so these are the two new plants that I showed you the other day, and this is the spot that I've placed them, you know, to get some sunlight, indirect sunlight, because when the sun comes out then it will bounce off this here wall behind me, and so all the plants around here will get the luscious sunlight, ray of sunshine that they so absolutely need. So look at this, look at how gorgeous this is. Look, gorgeous, right? And so this here is, let me see if I can get it focused. This here, as you can see, it's now pushing out new growth right here. So yeah, anyways, let me see. So the other plant that I got is this one. You see how luscious it is. I'm so hoping that I will take care of it and it will flourish on the mic here. All right, so yeah, so I'm going to give you like a little insight of what around here looks like, because remember when I initially showed you around here look quite devastating, you know. So I'm going to show you. So as you can see, I did a number up there, right? I cleared up and removed all the dried up dead leaves, remove all the dead plants that I had right over this side, right over this side, right, oils and all, everything. Oh yes guys, I forgot to also show you, I purchased two baby tomato plants, and they're gorgeous and they're blooming already. Well, I purchased this one with the blooms on there, okay? And this one, there is no bloom on it, but it's now blooming. Let me see if I can get it. You can see, because I think I saw, yes, there's the yellow bud right there. So yeah, I'm not quite sure if it's a regular tomato or plum tomato. I don't think I looked at the sign when I picked it up, so I'm not quite sure if it's a regular tomato or if it's plum tomatoes. But yeah, so I have these two new plants in addition to care for. Yes, my lime tree, which had a lot of leaves, but because of these, what are they called, snails, and as you can see, the butterfly thingy on there took off every leaf. So what you're seeing are all new growth. What you're seeing now, all new growth. But this was a bushy lime tree, and the snails and such ate every single leaves. So now it was bare for a couple weeks, and now it's going back. So yeah, right. The time is a bit bleaky. Looks as though rain is going to fall. Not quite sure, but yeah. So, alright, let me see if I can All right, so this you would get a better look at all. So you can see this one is if you look closer you can see that there are some fungus on here. It had a lot on it and I had to strip all the leaves that went all the way down, did some cleaning of the, but I need to also remove this. They're not, if you can see, they're not around here, but they're at the front, and I need to remove this leaf like right away. But so yeah, so you can see that these are the plants that, you know, new plants, and all my old plants that I was able to salvage are giving me new growth, and yes, my oxy something something, which is now blooming, which is so gorgeous, so gorgeous. Look at that. All right, new leaf and so on. My snake plant, which I need to repot, it has about 3. This one is growing outside the pot, this one, so I need about 3 new pots for this to repot them in. And so yeah, so this is one area of the plants that I have. This is another, and see my, what did I say this was again? Alocasia black velvet, and it's coming nicely. So yeah, one of my other plant that was struggling, I realized that there's a new leaf on it, and if you can see, the whole stem right here is yellowing, and I just said, okay, I'm going to leave it alone and let Mother Nature do her thing. This is another plant that struggling badly. I had to take off all the leaves that was on there and did a wipe down of all, so there's no, this one too, very bushy, but now as you can see, it's only 2 leaves left on there. And all the struggling plants in my possession that I managed to salvage from the wreckage of me ignoring, not paying much attention to my plants, and the ones that are bouncing back in my eyes. And so I gave them some water, and some nice lovely water with some nice, you know, fertilizer and all. So all of what you see here, and remember when I showed you the shelf the other day, it was almost bare, naked. So yeah, right. So my Indian bamboo is doing good, and there's another one coming up, and it looks beastly. It looks so big, right? So big. Can't wait for that to be tall. And then there's that plant around the back where I had in a cup, and I figured that because it was in the cup, the leaves weren't getting much bigger than what it was, and so I had to repot it. This I had in a glass jar and bottle actually, and realized that it had new growth, and so I just removed them from the glass jar. Some of the other plants that I was able to salvage from the wreckage of me, oh, almost losing all my plants. My Hoya around there, a couple of my Hoyas, some other plants, my Anthurium that I absolutely thought was gone. But as I said, sometimes you think, but Mother Nature has a different understanding of her babies. That's plants and trees and so on. So that's the result, right? I actually thought that this was nothing, and I almost threw it out. And I remember the plant that I had and just stick the bottom of the thing in this cup right here and left it be, and that's the outcome. What a wonderful God, right? So yeah, anyway, so these are the plants, as I mentioned, that I was able to, you know, try and save. So there's my other alocasia. So all of what you're seeing there had to my other anthurium, and so on and so forth. So these are just, I threw up most of what was there. As you can see around there, looks so bare, but looks better than how it was. And so yeah, so as you can see, my garden is going to bounce back. I'm optimistic about it. And so yeah, so these are all the plants that I have left, and they look nice because, as I mentioned, I have to remove all the dead leaves, dried up leaves, all the dead roots, all of that good stuff. I give them all the nourishment they need So today, such a relaxing morning. They are thriving, and this is what my back of the yard looks like with all my plants. Oh my, I'm so happy. You don't understand how happy I am that it wasn't total devastation. So yeah, so I have a few more repotting to do. As I mentioned, the snake plant right here that I need to repot, and I think I need to repot this because, as you can see, it's hanging out. It's literally hanging right over, so no matter how I position it, it will topple over. So I need to give it a repot, or probably put a pole in it instead of repotting it. Put a pole in it, yeah, for the time being, and leave it be. So yeah, so what I need to do now is clean the leaves, remove that leaf right there, and that should be it for now. So yeah guys, so these are all my beautiful plants, and I'm trying to do my best with from now on. Hopefully I can manage it, right? Right, I also forgot to show you that there I have some extra plants. Whew. I don't like this, but I'm going to leave it be, and the only good plant leaf that the leaf that is there. Oh my god, I almost lost this. I can't tell you how. Ooh, but anyways, so this here is, let's see, why is this leaf looking like this? I think there's a caterpillar. I think there's a caterpillar up here because this leaf wasn't like that. There is a caterpillar up this right here. There is a caterpillar eating the leaves of this here plant, because this wasn't like this yesterday. I need to get to the bottom of this. Where is that caterpillar? I'm going to search for it because it was like this. So this is my pink princess. As you can see, it looks so drab and dreary. You know, it was on this, and I have to cut it off because this is completely, well, in my estimate it's completely, but I'll leave it alone, because as I said, sometimes you think that things are gone to the graveyard, but somehow you will see new growth somewhere somehow. And this is the top, which I've placed in the soil, so hopefully this will bounce back, right? So this is my pink princess, and this is my summer glory. I had two of them, but the other one went. So yeah, so this is the only one, and it's pushing out new growth right here, and it is one right here. So yeah guys, and of course my scallion plant that I also had to repot, right? So so my little garden is also coming back. I also have a rosemary plant. It was also, there it is, my rosemary. It's small because I think we were using a lot, and we realized that we're pinching off too much, so we're just leaving it be so it can get bushier again, and then we can resume, right? Okay, so there are some more plants right here, more plants right here, right there, and another plant. I think this is a philodendron. No, is it epipermnum, completely demolished. There's insect right there, but I need to remove that bit as well, or use some neem oil on there. This also, this is the bounce back from it. As I said, you might think a plant is dead, but underneath it there's life. And so yeah, so these are some others, some more there. And so yeah, anyways guys, thank you for joining me on my planty journey. And if you have any ideas as to how I can improve on my plants, maybe tell me like container wise which is best, the foods you use, the stuff you use to clean the plant leaves, all of that good stuff. That would very much help. I would appreciate it very much. Anyways guys, I don't want to keep you up, so thank you so much for joining me, and please do have yourself a wonderful day. All right, bye guys.